Alrighty, folks, welcome back. So we have waited nearly 10 years, and we're still going to wait a few more days. This is Dead Island 2's official launch trailer. We're going to be checking this out. I know that I probably had an option to go ahead and check out the first 11 minutes of this game, but I actually want to be a little bit surprised by what the opening's going to be. You know, we've seen some gameplay from a few of the trailers, and you know, we have taken some time to actually dive into some elements and break down some things. We've also heard some feedback. You know, there were a few content creators that were lucky enough to be able to play the game and bring their opinions to the surface, and I'll probably talk about a few of those things as we go into this video. So let's check out the launch trailer and see what we're going to be seeing. Oh man, it looks like the outbreak happened on a plane.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh my gosh. Well, he started! And you're infected. Oh.
I was trying to fucking help you!
I kind of like the dialogue already.
Oh, fuck.
Say something.
I'm not a zombie. Immune. You know you do. I'm immune! Come on, big boy. Let's fucking do it.
Sam, if we're immune, we need to tell the authorities.
I hear ya. I'm part of the CDC team in LA.
You don't know shit.
Oh, wow.
You gotta be a mechanic.
Like I said, you know,
Jackie fucking Chan rolled into
the different animations you're going to be able to pull off against these zombies is going to be so exciting.
There's millions of those things out there, just waiting to sink their teeth into us.
And it just looks good. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, man.
I think the survival
The
of
zombie
human
types are
race
just
may
going to be so
depend on the
interesting to
blood
go
in
up
my
against.
veins.
Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, man, no shit.
This motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
Come on, fuckers!
Yeah, Fury returns with a vengeance. Oh, wow. Okay, okay, there we go. All right, Sam B. Sam B coming back at you. Nah, I don't even know if that really is Sam B. Is that Sam B? That's going to be weird if that's going to be Sam B, because I did hear something about Sam B possibly being in this game. I don't know. Maybe it is him. I don't know. I mean, it's been a long time. He's got all the chains like it could be. It may just be him. I don't know. You know, we do know that they did, the original survivors, you know, survive the Dead Island apocalypse, if you know what I'm talking about. So what I was like saying about, I think, like this scene, like right here, obviously you can tell that this is a common animation for just about every one of these. But you know what? This is a great opportunity to actually check this. Look at this. We have the same animation, right? You know, obviously same animation playing out. But look how we have, this is a particular type of zombie, right? Different type of zombie. We just went through 2 more types of zombies. There's like 4 types of zombies already. That's the 5th. And they're all going to be like kind of like representative of the areas that they're going to be in, which is kind of great when it comes to the types of people that you run into, you know, when it comes to the different districts that you'll go throughout the game itself. And then here's just we don't know who this guy is, you know, but still, I mean, the zombie types are changing like so much. It's just different. It's just different ones. It's just insanity how they're able to provide like such a diverse group of infected in this, which it really doesn't give you that like overly repetitive experience. Now, I'm sure that there may be some repetitiveness in there. Obviously, you know, when it comes to just how we're going to go about and slice up zombies left and right, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of ways to do that. And eventually, over time, we're going to be seeing things, you know, over and over. But you know, when you're in the same area and you say, you know, you exit your game, you load up to the same area, you'll probably see maybe the same types of zombies there. But when you go to a different district, a different area, it seems like you're going to be able to encounter different types of characters, you know, when it comes to the zombie encounters themselves. But yeah, you get it. I mean, it's crazy. Oh, that was a cop. Oops. That's no good. Yeah, let's go back through. So, you know, like, okay, like one of the things that I would say about the game is that, you know, as far as like some of the content creators that were able to get their hands on this, it sounds like the gameplay is gonna be a little bit slower, which that's what I was anticipating going through some of the extended gameplay that we got to see a little over a month ago. And, you know, just knowing that Dead Island seems that it wants to be more focused just on a close quarters combat style when it comes to hacking up these zombies. You know, again, we have so much of a focus when it comes to the different weapons that we'll be able to use and mod. Again, you know, there also will be a focal point on guns, but, you know, the heart of the game's combat focus is definitely going to be on the melee weapons. And when we are dealing with this game, we're going to be dealing with, you know, a whole bunch of different animations that we'll be able to play around with when it comes to swiping at the zombies with whatever kind of weapon that you may be using, when it comes down to like the Wolverine type claws, even down to like kitchen knives. It looks and seems like they're going to have, again, their own kinds of animations when it comes to, you know, slicing these zombies up. And again, you know, the game seems to want to put its focus around that kind of combat and really let you zero in on the impacts that you'll be making when it comes to taking these zombies down, because that's what they want their focus to be. They don't want you to turn and run and parkour up the side of a building and jump onto the roof. We got Dying Light for that. But, you know, Dead Island had a little bit of its, you know, parkour moments where you could just kind of jump on top of cars and jump on roofs and stuff, you know, when the time was accurate for it. You know, I mean, there'll probably be, there may be, you know, some times for that in this game. We'll kind of see how the verticality works out when it comes to these characters being able to jump up on top of things and how they'll be able to maneuver about. Again, we do have things like a dodge and whatnot where we'll be able to you know, evade certain attacks. We, you know, when we're using the skill cards for the skill tree this time around, we saw that we'll be able to use dive kicks and we'll be able to use drop kicks, and there's going to be just a slew of other types of animations that we'll be able to build our characters up and have a much more diverse type of combat when it comes to close quarters combat, and when it comes to using our melee weapons, and when it comes to using our loaded weapons as well. You know, when it comes to our weapons, as far as the guns and so on and so forth. But it looks like, to me, like the opening of the game is going to be you're on a plane and the infection breaks out on the plane and then you crash. That, you know, that feels pretty exciting. That feels pretty exciting. It's going to be great to wake up. It's going to be great to wake up and, you know, I don't know. Seems like it may be just a little bit of a walkthrough, you know, through the plane where, you know, you're probably just going to see a few things here and there. They're just going to want you to go from point A to point B. You'll see people probably writhing in agony, and you'll see corpses everywhere and the damage. So, you know, then we're outside and we get bit, and it's looking pretty sick. And then I guess this is who did he like take the heel off of this zombie and just stick her in the face with her own shoe? I'm guessing that's what it is, because obviously the protagonist sounds the protagonist does sound like male, but hey, who knows? Could have been his shoe. You never know what I'm talking. You never know. But I love that line though. That line's pretty hilarious.
I was trying to fucking help you.
You can't help it, man. It's too far gone. They're too far gone. But yes, another thing that, I like to talk about is the fact that when we were talking about the different types of zombies that we will encounter, through these different areas, the game is going to be divided up into different districts. So there will probably be very minuscule moments for loading, which is going to be fine because, if they're going to have to load up another area, that's not going to be for you to be able to explore in, then that makes sense, or who knows, it may go from like, okay, this area is closed off, let's go into the next area, boom, you're there, and then we're right into the next district to explore the types of surroundings and what zombies may lie within those surroundings.
Fuck.
Say something.
I'm not a zombie.
That's the correct answer.
You know you do. I'm immune.
I don't know, man. It could be Sam B. I mean, it kind of looks like him. He's got everything like Sam B would have. You know what I mean? As far as wardrobe and all that. Wait a minute. Let's
No shit.
and the fact that it seems like he knows what's happening. What we're just hearing a little bit from the dialogue. Yeah, look at it, dude. This is Sam B. He's got the chain too. It has to be. Look at that. That's Sam B, y'all. He's in this game. He obviously, he's not playable, but who else is wearing this other than him?
You don't know shit. Out there, you gotta be a mechanic, medic. Jackie fucking Chan rode into one.
Ah,
Seen all his movies.
I'm sorry. I didn't even notice this dialogue, but he's talking about how you gotta be a mechanic, you gotta be a dentist, you gotta be Jackie Chan rolled in one. That's great.
There's millions of those things out there, just waiting to sink their teeth into us.
I think the survival of the human race may depend on the blood in my veins.
Yeah, man, no shit.
This motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
I mean, seriously, I am gonna be excited for this game. Story-wise, we can have our opinions about it. But yeah, let's check out some of this here. So we definitely got some weapon reaction happening here. Definitely playing with our environment, blowing up the zombies, whoever's near the explosive tank. And then, another thing that actually I haven't seen really been talked about since like the first few trailers of the game. I want to say since the second trailer, I explored this and we talked about the pre-order editions and stuff in that, but it was the Alexa mode, being able to incorporate Alexa in the game and talk, especially like when it comes to switching weapons. You can get the zombies' attention by having them, by distracting them to have them come on over to you. You can activate Fury mode. And I'm wondering if these commands can be customized in the depth that you may not even have to say Fury, but it might be like a code word. Maybe you set up a code word to be able to activate Fury. Only Alexa is going to know what you're talking about. That is going to be an exciting feature to play around with. And who knows? Who knows if this will be, a fleshed out, if you know what I'm talking about, a fleshed out experience as far as that's concerned. I mean, the voice has to be very responsive, and it has to, really be able to recognize and be on point, when it comes to those kinds of situations, because you can easily become overwhelmed if you really are trying to use the voice, and who knows, it may not be recognizing what you're trying to say, and it could be kind of a hasty situation at that point where you may encounter some death and all that. So, we'll see what happens when that time comes, because really I have not heard a lot of chatter about it for a little while since they announced it. And one of the other things that I did want to talk about when it comes to the experience of the game, but I'll share that with you guys towards the end of the trailers. Rewatch through some of this again. Yeah, hold on. This was a huge one right here. So we're just pushing everybody left and right, doing our little ground pound, and then, hold on. This behemoth. Like, what is this thing? Kind of like, I guess, Dead Island style of like a bloater. Maybe, we'll don't really know like all like the official names yet. We have seen, like the runners, and we've seen, I think there's a screamer. We have the big like raging zombies, the ones who are like roided out. I can't remember exactly what their names are. And then obviously, you have the butchers. They are very, very distinct. It's very easy to point them out. Oh, so like what happened there, actually? Okay, we've gone back a little bit. So, okay, we got somebody tearing something out of the skull here. And then, oh, okay, yeah, that was like one of the first things that we saw towards like, I think like the opening. It was like literally the very first announcement trailer. Like the zombie back here just ripped this dude's head off.
Hit them till they stop biting.
Voodoo, you voodoo, bitch.
Yeah, this game's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. So, what I was saying about a few people who did play the game, and going into a little bit of detail about their experiences. Surprisingly, they did say that this game was very, very smooth in terms of functionality, which that has always kind of plagued the Dead Island franchise, on release, where we do have bugs and we have glitches, and this we won't be surprised if this game will have a few here and there. Just about every game cannot escape having a few messy moments. As long as it just doesn't take you out of the game, it allows you to continue to play on and enjoy yourselves. And sometimes some of these glitches are pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, some of them do make for entertaining moments. Again, as long as it doesn't take you out of the game, and if you need to reload, come back in, and everything's great. That's gonna be perfectly fine. But that was the one thing that I was definitely concerned with, even over the years, because we're talking about how Dead Island 2 has been just in the works for this long, and knowing that it's been through 3 different developers, and you have to consider the fact that that is one of the major things that could potentially affect this game as it will release, and as it continues to go through its cycle, is how is it going to perform, at the get-go? Because I really do feel that is a major playing point when it comes to how people are going to receive this game. I mean, as long as the game is, faithful to Dead Island series as we're seeing, because there's a lot of us out here that enjoyed the original Dead Islands, and, we're just excited to see this back. We love to see the very intense focus on the zombie combat, the amount of weapons that we'll be able to mod, and how we'll be able to traverse through doing missions and just hacking up zombies left and right. Even if they just give us like a story that's just kind of like out there and it's just crazy and whatnot, the dialogue, will be, what it is, again, as long as the game just has that DNA that we're looking for when it comes to this kind of a zombie experience, and as long as it can perform in a functional manner that allows us to have a great time with it, I don't see why this game can fail. but you never know. Again, like I said, it's been so long, and I mean, a lot of people who were hopeful, back in the day may not have that same state of mind. A lot of people, holding out for this game, and eventually you're just like, oh, Dead Island 2 is coming out finally. Oh, I never knew about it. That's just what happens. That's just what happens sometimes, and we'll see what happens. And like I said, these the developers of Dam Buster are, they really you can tell they put a lot of heart into the game's presentation and what we are seeing in this experience. And yes, I'm sure there is going to be some reception as far as things that may not have had as much focus that could probably have some more focus when we come to later updates and so on and so forth. And we'll just see what happens. Dead Island 2, I've been anticipating it since 2014, and I'm just excited to see that it is nearly ready and nearly time, to dive back into this experience. So if you guys are also ready for Dead Island 2 and you are gonna be here with me experiencing it as well, make sure to stay connected to the channel, because I am going to be diving into this game likely this weekend. This is going to be a heavy week too, I have to be honest, because I am finishing up videos for Dead Space. I am still progressing through Resident Evil 4. We have Burning Shores coming out on Wednesday, which technically by the time this video releases, it'll probably be tomorrow or day of. And we got Zelda in the following week. So it's going to be a very heavy time for me, but I'm going to do the best that I can to bring you guys this content. And again, I'm excited for Dead Island 2. So I guarantee you that you are going to see videos for this game most likely by Sunday, Monday at the latest next week. Like I said, just depending on how the work week for myself goes and how I will regulate my time when it comes to the other videos that I'm working on. But I am definitely glad to dive into this story and see what all is going to be coming from it. And if you guys also enjoyed my reactionary excitement as we dove into the final trailer here and just discussed everything that I wanted to talk about in terms of the game itself, you could throw a like rating in the I want to keep saying comments section. I don't know why. Throw a like rating down below if you enjoyed it. It will help with the engagement of the channel. And if you guys want to talk to me about anything Dead Island related, throw it in the comment section down below. If you are also anticipating this game, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking about it and what you've seen from the trailers, what you've heard from other content creators out there. And, talk about a few things with me and what you're thinking about it, and I will catch you guys when it is time to return to Dead Island 2. Take care.